Good evening, morning, afternoon. Yes, I should cover all the time zones. I am your host, I80386SX, aka Jesse, aka Bob, depending on who you talk to, aka here, hey weirdo, whoever else you may talk to. Okay. Yeah, we kind of just milk that intro. But anywho, I hope this stream is better than my team. Oh, YouTuber can't point here. Yeah, than my Wisconsin Badgers did today. They were basically no shows in the last 2 weeks, but we still love them. And let's see who's in the chat so far. And we got Dave's Vintage Apple Tech nice and early. Hello. That's all we have that's at least making their presence known, so we will move right into it. And yeah, so both of my phones, the XR and the XS, the newer of the two phones, literally the update finished itself at 6:59. So right in the nick of time. And the 7 was a lot faster. But anywho, so here is the pile of stuffs. Got a glow-in-the-dark Mackie. I like to thank Kate, for the Macintosh librarian, a ton for putting up with the my. Hey, by the way, I need more Mackies. Got a couple friends above us here that they couldn't go to VCF Midwest for various reasons or did not want to, so I took on the liberty and said I'm going to be your courier for the duration of the VCF 20. Alright, so we got a glow-in-the-dark Mackie. And we got this box of goodies, which I kind of... Oh, we're going to have to use the bench cam. Okay, it's a good thing I waited for that one. Come on. Come on. Okay. iPhone XR is being a needless brat right now. I don't know why it's doing what it's doing, but let's see if it... There we go. I did stuff some of my inventory in the box of goodies. So, we gotta get through that. I did not go collecting the stickers like I did last year. What is this? Oh, these are for dowels. Okay, that's technically a tax write-off, so I should probably keep that receipt somewhere. We got some propaganda, as Dave would call it, from Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. Thank you. And Jack68K came down and paid me a visit and bought one of my laptops. We talked for a good hour, so thank you, Jack68K. Oh, we have some magnets. Thank you, Dave, once again. I think this is yours as well. The other magnet is a Dave one as well, so thank you again. All right, let's see what we got here. More propaganda. Action Retro, very nice guy, by the way. Steve sticker bombed me early in the morning. We're going to leave the batteries in, at least the ones that I rebuilt anyways. The Stop Bits, Taylor and Amy, they gave me additional stickers after the concerts they had. I don't have those with me, but I will find them. And this AC adapter manual... okay, I have no idea what that's from, but... Oh, yes I do. That's from Adele I put on the free pile. We don't need that anymore. We got more goodies. Some of these might be my cards. Yeah, a lot of these might be my cards, so... You can't handle me at my worst. You don't deserve me at my best. The Big Bad Biologist bench, John was one of the people I saw down there. Gave me this sticker, and I promise not to lose this one. We got 8-Bit Shack. Thank you. Skull Island. And once again, we got Kate from the Macintosh librarian. And if you want to see my cards, yeah. So that is the propaganda / goodies box. Most of it anyway. So I'll put those in a safe place so we don't lose them. And just a full disclaimer, lot of us did get sick at VCF Midwest, including yours truly, although I did not get what COVID like some of the other members did or have to go to the ER. I finally feel okay today. Didn't start the greatest, but if I start to feel terrible, I'm going to end the stream. Hey. We have more stuffs. Yeah. This compact keyboard was on the free pile, and I'm starting to understand why. I have no cable for it. It takes, I think it's an SLD cable, and the one guy that did a really good job making them doesn't make them anymore. But yeah, this is a compact enhanced 2 keyboard. Is there a manufactured date on this? It's made in the USA. Okay, that's cool. Look at the feet on this thing. These are some big feet. So this keyboard was built with some care. So the good news is, oh, the Alt key is stuck. We got a couple keys that are stuck. The IBM Model M SDL cable works with these. The bad news is they're just crazy expensive. But we'll cross that bridge on another day. Alright, so we picked up some tools, which I won't spend a ton of time on. But I will go on a small rant about tools. These actually were, I think the guy was selling them for $10 a piece, which actually, all things considered, especially these electronic ones, if you go them on like DigiKey and get them, they're like $40 to $50 a pop. So I hope that these pliers, especially the needle nose, I hope they can replace some of the ones that I broke over the years. So mad when I broke that old Swanstrom one, but that was my fault. All right, now we got more stickers from the big bad biologist bench. We have a 3.5-inch floppy that is designed for a compact. The Wisconsin Computer Club gave this to me. Actually gave me a second one. I gave one of mine to a gentleman that he got a compact Prosignia off the free pile, which was missing its floppy drive, so I decided to give him one of mine and let him be on his way. From the concert, anybody that came to the concert got a disc. Yeah, these are basically the songs they performed at the concert. Got Sean, Taylor, Amy, and Veronica. And I followed their directions. A lot of people had their CDs signed. One person had their MacBook Pro signed. I don't know what vintage. It may have been a newer one. Me? Well, if you're around the group, you already know. But in case you didn't, I ripped out the battery, and I had him sign a battery. That was my only non-working beige battery that I had on me at the time. So that's why we chose that one. And plus it was 11:30 at night and the door was open, so I just ran my ass in there. And hello, Jack68K, welcome. It was great meeting you and talking, by the way. I hope we get to see you down there next year. I plan on going next year, but I will get into that a little later on. Anyway, I gotta switch cameras. So we got more stuffs. And we're just gonna get the shit out of the way now. Alright, so here's some shit. Yeah, so this is an HP Pavilion. This is a DV9000 series. This is a desktop replacement. And it's a later version of it, so maybe, just maybe, it might not be completely cooked yet. I don't know. I know for certain that it does need a screen. You can tell the screen is cracked on this one. I have no idea if this thing does anything. If I feel that it isn't going to be anything good, I'm not dropping any money into this thing. It's not productive to drop anything in a DV series laptop. And if you really remember, one of my first streams was trying to get any life out of these things. I eventually just threw them out. And we'll see if we have time. We'll test the computers out and see what they're doing and if we need to do much of anything with them. All right. So here is computer 2 of 5. This guy, this Toshiba, was on the free pile. Uses my favorite tape, the painter's tape. And the laptop was exactly excellent. I'm glad to hear that that laptop was the missing piece of your copier resurrection. So yeah, it came with a Toshiba AC adapter. I have a feeling this one's going to be Nightmare City because it included just a little too much. But yeah, so that door was. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a really basic laptop. No, maybe. Comes with a card, which I did not notice originally. How the hell do I get the card out? That way I just... No. Oh, it's just a modem that's in there. Yeah, well, it's got one PCM CIA slot in it, is what I'm guessing that is. Oh, wait a minute. Did I figure it out? No. We'll figure that out later tonight. PS2 ports. Another slot. Oh, that's where a trackball would go, I'm guessing. Okay, this is kind of a cool machine. And look, it comes with a battery. There's the power button. Okay. Well then, I tried to figure out how to get the battery out of this thing. And I'm starting to understand why this thing was in the free pile. At least that part of it anyways. Yeah, we can come back to that later. But yeah, I think there is potential with this thing. Oh, hi, Eric. Yeah, to recap the PSU, I take it you're talking about the Toshiba? You're talking about that piece of shit had on here earlier. And full disclosure, not that it's this audience won't know her, but no, I am not going to reunite with the young girl that was obsessed over those laptops. And this one is the one I actually bought. Another Contura, just because I have a hole in my head or something. Yeah, so this one's got all of its screws in it. And the CMOS battery's obviously dead. The gentleman that sold this to me, I got it for $30. It does work. I did power it on. It won't. And the cover is very, very messed up, but that's fixable. But oh, T1910. Okay, thank you for clarifying that, Eric. That's what my guess was that you were talking about, and not a terrible DV9000. I gotta switch the other camera for that one. And then we got this guy that came from the Wisconsin Computer Club, which has a serious problem, from what I was told. It is one of my bucket list computers. Well, that's a true nerd thing. This compact ProLinear 325S. Now, I restored one of these that I had at work that was in a basement. And the problem with that machine is that I can't take it home because they don't let you take anything home. Would they miss it? Probably not. Am I going to take that chance? Absolutely not. But I did restore it to its former glory. The capacitors on it were, especially the floppy drive, were cooked, so I replaced those. And if they need an old DOS machine, well, we have one that's safe, so that's cool. So we'll dig into that in a little bit. And hello, Trina. Welcome. And I am going to figure out how to get this next one. This is the one thing I actually spent some dough on. Oh my god. that wish list actually sometimes does work. This is an SLT286. I paid $150 for it on Friday. Some people may say it as a you overspent, you should have waited till Sunday. These are very highly sought after, so I negotiated it down. These go for about $300 on eBay, and they're in conditions like this. And it has the battery in it. This is the piece that I wanted. And on eBay, this battery, I don't even know if it's listed anymore, but this was a $180 battery. You know. Okay, that needs a little restoration. But otherwise, yes, this is an otherwise pristine SLT. It came with the bag. It came with a power brick. The original power brick. So now that we went through everything, let's turn it on. Let's see how good it really is. That is when I find a power cord that's functional here. Yes, exactly, Jack. Exactly, Jack. 68K. Yes, it was a practice restoration. How do you turn this thing on? I don't know. It does not power on. Seller lies. Well, we might have been duped. Was it not? Try taking the battery out. Well, this might be a paperweight. Oh, no, the battery was shorting it out. Okay, that's okay. Because now we have power. Yes, Eric said, there's actually two versions of this machine out there. There's a 386 version of it as well. Very rare. Well, crapfish. Jack 68K, yes, there is actually going to be this battery I have every plan on restoring. Every plan. This is one that I get questions about restoring once in a while, and I've had to turn a handful of customers away because I didn't have a shell to see how possible it was, so. And considering there's a handful of considerations here, I really try to focus on things that I know can be rebuilt, even though it's like, oh, it can't be a 99.9% chance that it's good. I want it to be 100 before I start selling it to people. Let's see. Let's find the right disc for this. Here we go. The hard drive is spinning up, so that's good. And the screen's in pretty nice shape. It's better than my other one. The floppy drive does read. That's what I'm booting off right now, and that's what I had to go excuse myself to go hunt down. Alright, let's press enter. Have you completed? No. Shit, what is today's day? I'm gonna be demonetized for the profanities. Close enough. Ooh, It actually detected the hard drive. That's cool. 40 meg hard drive. Sounds like a Connor. A whopping 640 kilobytes of memory. But here's the fun part. You can get memory modules for this today. Let's see if it's going to survive here. Otherwise, this is going to have to be put aside for future restoration. And these Dallas modules that are in here are a nightmare to get out. Come on. Come on. Wakey, wakey. Who knows, this hard drive might not be fully alive anymore. Because the number 2 light is lit up orange right now. Come on. We'll give it another minute. If it doesn't do anything beyond that, then we will set you aside. Now it's with the, I think the guy that had that orange Mac bedroom setup, I think it came from that guy, this SLT. I think he also had an LTE Lite 25C, which somebody did purchase that. I don't think he sold much else. I had a lot of people come up to me asking, well, like, bare minimum 100 for a penny of 3. Oh, yep. Okay, we're kind of grounded on that one. Trina, no, it's the way the light is pointing on it is making it look worse than what it actually is. So yeah, this screen is actually halfway decent. Alright, just one moment while I put... And just by judging the orange bedroom setup, with the stuff they had for sale or his neighbor had for sale, I think they only sold compacts that weekend because they had most of his stuff left on Sunday. Everything but the one other machine I would have went for. All right. What do I want? We'll do this one. Because I think my idea of restoration here will be a little bit more successful. Come on. Come on. He did let me power this up, but it wasn't with this power brick. Okay, good. The power brick's good. Yeah, I had somebody from Milwaukee in the same general area. He was asking $300 for a compact Armada 1700s. Yeah, no, dude. You know, I don't generally try to pass judgment, but my prediction is he's hauling that back with him, and he hauled it back with him. Yeah, this thing's got a dead CMOS battery, but let's see if we can work without it. I just asked myself this question a while ago. And to make a point with Ron, or one of Ron's points, or repeat one of his points, like, there was a lot of, well, I could put it on eBay, and this is what it's going for. It's like, so go right ahead and put it on eBay. But what do we got here? So this has maxed out on memory. That's cool. This has probably a Seagate hard drive, a 200 meg. This is a 486 at 25 megahertz. Well, yep, we just confirmed that one. And no serial number. All right. I kind of want to go get other supplies while I wait for this to boot up, but I'm not sure what's on the drive. So if something really bad comes up, then I'll be prepared to pull the power on it. Oh, this has smart drive on it. Okay. DOS 6.22, Windows 3.1. All right. I'm going to go hunt down a CMOS battery, which should be right here. Okay, that was an easy search. Well, for a passive matrix display, this does not look bad at all. Come on, out you go. You need to work now. All right, let's shut her down. And there isn't hardly anything on it, so that's cool. All right. Yep, that drive is a Seagate all day. I can tell by how it seeks. All right. Let's get the tools out. Let's begin. Now we can tear something apart. All right. Oh, nice. So the rubber isn't even deteriorating on this one, so that's cool. Nickel metal hydride battery. So yeah, this whoever had this, it's starting to corrode there a little bit, but that's nothing that can't be fixed. We're gonna see how much dumb luck we've had with this one in about 2 minutes when we take this cover off. Oh, let me turn that back on. I like what IBM and Compaq did in the day. They told you exactly how many screws were left holding the darn thing together. They don't do that anymore. Of course, laptops of today are held together with a lot more than 5 screws. And this one I probably will go into the hinges and tighten those up and see how bad they look. Probably not in this stream, but aha. I have a feeling that the plastics on this one might be okay. Hinges are a little hard, but that's nothing I can't fix. All right. What we're doing? Oh, right. We're going to take a key off with it. Yep, that's a Seagate. Oh, wow. This is giving me a fight. Get this right hinge off. Don't break on me. Now, why are you giving me a fight? Really don't want to put this back any further, but we may not have any recourse. All right, cool. All right. And that is an OEM drive as well. What happened to the key? No. Oh, there it is. That was weird. Took arrow key out. Never did that before on one of these, but all right, better than new. Anyway, let's do. And I don't think the 486 version had an immediate recapping concern. At least not on the system board. I think the power supply probably would stand to be recapped, but ooh, that's a magnet. I don't want that near there. All right, so 2 more screws, and we should see. Our lovely Contour board. And for those that saw the 2 computers that were acting up, they are not dead, thankfully. Just my makeshift power adapter on one of them just decided it wasn't going to work anymore. So I'll have to regroup that. Let's see. So the CMOS battery is going to be underneath here. Is this an OEM module? I don't think it is. Why are you not coming out? I took. Nothing in the way. Yeah, you need to get this off. There we go. Hung up for dear life. There we go. Oh, that's nice. There's no CMOS battery in it. So somebody's been in here before. Well, we'll fix that little problem straight away, and hopefully we don't uncover another unpleasant surprise. Yeah, this is not an OEM module. It is from 1998, it would appear. But this is a 16 meg module, so yeah, that part's okay. And it's nice and secure. So this thing can be hit by a hurricane and it'll stay in there. And this one does have tantalum caps on the system board, so we don't have that concern of leaking caps. And the floppy drive still does, but it's not quite as bad as the system boards. Oh, shoot. Get in there. I really hope we're not uncovering a terrible secret. I have a feeling we are. Keyboard does not quite want to go. There we go. Okay, keyboard's back in place. And, you know what? I better check those hinges. I better. I'm in here. I might as well. I think you'll be responsible. Ew. Dog hair. There aren't any dogs down there. And I took the biggest. I should have probably used a spudger tool for this, but oh well. Although there was a stuffed corgi on one of the tables, and I couldn't resist taking a picture of it. What the hell? I don't want to have to go find the spudger tools right now. Maybe we have to. And realistically, that'd probably be the intelligent thing to do. Or we can table this. Maybe the skinnier screwdriver will work out here better. There we go. Oh, come on. Well, that's going to be fun. I miss when it was a sticker. Let's see. See if I can find those in a timely, reasonable manner. Of course, that flathead's pretty small. Definition of insanity. You try the same thing twice and expect different results. A cheese press? Yeah, that's what I was gonna go do. Somebody was in here before. That's four. Yes, that is correct. This is a 425 is a 486, 25 megahertz. And by the way, hello there to CDI. I might need some context for that cheese press things. I don't have an actual cheese press unless you're referring to something else. So help a guy that has no zero pop culture sense out. All right, there's literally one screw holding this together. Ooh, oh, wait a minute. I saw something I didn't like. Perhaps a figment of my imagination. Oh, the laptop. Yeah, the hinges are actually pretty good in this one. I'm actually kind of shocked. Ah, okay. No, there's a better laptop for that than this one. I actually, oh, that screw was a little loose. I'm glad somebody went in here with the... Oh. Okay, my former boss is asking me about old laptops, so, I have to respond to her after the stream. And, yeah, for those, I brought some cheese curds this year down to the event, and I completely spaced on bringing them to share. I didn't buy that many, thankfully, but I was still kind of annoyed by it. Well, yeah, that's still not quite right, but next year, if Mr. and Mrs. Barr there, Jeremy and Megan, they have their bar thing, then I will share them there. But I may need some of the community's help depending on what hotel I get, because if I go to that ghetto model Motel 6 again, they did not have a fridge, so I may need somebody with a fridge. I don't know yet, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. That's a 2026 problem at the moment. He says not going back in. I think we got it back in. Oh, it's a funny thing. CDI, one of the local restaurants here actually had a form of poutine this year. You could get it with pulled pork or not pulled pork. I I shared it with Trina. But yeah, the world's famous Timeline Saloon in Bonduelle was sharing it up. So yeah, middle of nowhere, Wisconsin, right off of Highway 29. Timeline Saloon is also connected to the world-known Doc's Harley Davidson, and he has a zoo. The guy's different, but so for Canadians that ever come to our shithole of a country and want to see something interesting, come to Bonduelle. And then drop me a line if you do, because that means I can come visit you too. Oh, shit. I'm glad we're not on Dave's stream with all the profanities that I've dropped tonight. Well, I completely understand, Trina. I'm stuck in the shithole, so I have to make the best of what I got. This screw is just being fictitious, perverse. I'm just gonna throw random words around tonight. And a system I know inside and out is being a bratty system. Now, here comes the other fun part. Oh yes, and I almost killed Dave on the way back from giving him a ride. I'm glad I didn't. Not intentional. So I think I owe him one next year. Alright, I am going to... I'm going to power this up before I do anything else. And make sure it still works. So what happened, Trina, was on the way back to the convention center, there was the driveway to get into the hotel, and I went down the exit lane and not the entrance lane. Oh, shit. Why is this not working now? Okay, well, we gotta get some plastics figured out, but yeah, other than that, it's powering up. Yay, no red flags! Ah, I think that fixed that problem. I appreciate being a good sport about it. I'm sure if my wife knew that, she'd blow a gasket. Alright, here we go. Alright, now I think we got that slider fixed. And going across 3 lanes of traffic at one point, but depends on what part of the world you are in. Sometimes that's necessary, like Milwaukee, because logic forgot how to do things. There's no logic there. Yeah. The town that logic forgot. That's what I was trying to say. right, cool. $30 machine is not a regret. But we got to put the other 5 screws in. All right, we'll get this back together. I think the SLT will be a win in time. I just got to work on that a little bit more. But this guy worked me hard to sell this to me. He came back a couple times and he lowered his price, and then all right, what do we want to do? The Prolinia, the Toshiba, or some shit? You know what? Let's get the shit out of the way first. Just so what everybody wants to hear. All right. Let's see if there's any signs of life on this one. For those that join, this is going to be a little bit of a trickier one to do anything with. The external display does not do anything until the machine is booted with a properly installed graphics card driver. Now, a little bit of a history lesson. In the mid-2000s, everybody, all the computer manufacturers, including Apple, they had defective graphics card chips, the NVIDIA 8600 series. Every one of them were defective, 100% of failure rate. Yeah, let me find a power brick for this, and I believe the MacBook Pro, the mid 2008 series had the NVIDIA 8600 with the self-destructing graphics card. Now, what separated Apple and HP in that case of what were they going to do about it? Apple said, you know what? Send your boards in. There's a program. We'll send you the new revised chip. It'll be a lot nicer. HP said, well, go buy another computer. Go kick rocks. All right, I can't seem to find any of my power bricks for it, so this may be a warning to abandon project before it begins. Where the hell did that other computer go? I'll find it. Just gotta see where he tucked that darn power brick. Shoot. Hopefully I didn't tuck him away. I don't even see that laptop that I brought, the similar laptop that I brought down there. What is that? Will you work for this exercise? Not quite. Oh, I should have brought that monitor down to VCF Midwest and threw it in the free pile. So, 22-inch monitor. Oh, there it is. Right underneath my nose. All right, let's see what we can do here. One of these days, we'll be organized by season 6, I promise. And then we'll be probably canceled by season 5, though. That's the downside to this whole thing. All right. It does have a charging light. So it's not completely fried. Now does it turn on? I don't even know if it has a hard drive. I don't even know if it has much of anything on it, so. It does turn on. Oh, there might be some life in this system. It's trying to boot. And ew, the screen actually does light up a little bit in the corner, so we might have a system here that's surprisingly functional. And cool, I guess. Let's see if it has a hard drive in it. It did. I heard it click. All right. Your series overall was still shit, but I apologize if you power up. I will not call you shit until you die. I don't remember what. The one cool thing about this particular DV series, and there might have been a couple of other HPs that had this cool functionality, was the ability to put 2 hard drives in it. And yeah, it does have a hard drive in it. So so this would be where the second drive would go. And nothing there. So, all right, let's see what we got or didn't get here. So we know we have some spitting rust. Whether it's any good or not is going to be the next question. It is a Western Digital Scorpio 250 gig drive. And it appears as if it were the original drive. So let's, you know what? That was the other thing I was going to do. Corgi hair. I'm going to guess that this has 4 gigs of RAM. Yep, 2 gigs there. Ooh, maybe it's got 3. That part number is different. Really, HP? Really? 3 gigs? So yeah, this has 3 gigs of RAM, not 4. If I'm a guessing person, that CMOS battery is probably going to be dead, but I am going to see what I can do without replacing that just yet, because I really don't want to sink anything into what could be a completely dead system. It may just have to suck it up, Buttercup, and get a display for it. They are fairly cheap on eBay. I know you can't see it, but the hard drive's trying to do something. Let's press all the function buttons. Let's see if we can cheaper way into doing anything with it. Perhaps the right Ubuntu CD might be an answer too to. Oh, it restarted. I really don't want to put any money into an unknown, especially this caliper, but so this hard drive light blinks a couple times like it wants to do something. Who knows? Battery is completely dead, which I kind of expected, but I had enough of this thing, so I'm setting it aside. Nothing will cancel a stream faster than me having to deal with one of those. I like punishment, so therefore I had to take it. The unwritten rules of my life, I guess. So this is a Toshiba satellite. According to Eric's Edge, this might be a T1910. And he is correct. It is a T1910. So if you're still in the stream there, Eric, congratulations, you correctly guessed. Oh, this was a basement find all day. Which does not power on. So I have a feeling that the battery is part of the problem here. We gotta get this battery out. All right, Phillips heads. Let's see. We're gonna YOLO it. We're only an hour in. Don't have anywhere to be. Don't have anything to do. Oop. There we go. Yeah, that doesn't really work. Well, Jack, I don't have anything. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have anything better to do. So, yeah, we got all night. I'm not streaming for 8 hours, but I don't think my voice is gonna hold up that long. But we shall see. And no screws on the bottom. So this might be similar to Compact's LTE Lite, where it's just nothing but plastics holding her in. Anytime, Jack. Anytime. Not that I want to use a screwdriver again, but oh, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just this is going to raise some answers, or it's going to raise further questions. I'm not sure. Oh, that needs to come off. Welcome, Retro Compact. Welcome. Kind of funny you pop in during the Toshiba portion of our tour here. I had a feeling this one wasn't going to be a super easy one since it was on the free pile. If you're just joining us, I did a a real quick look around a Contura 425C. That one was a successful purchase. Fully working from what I can gather, other than the battery, but yeah, don't expect miracles, I guess. The SLT was in here as well. That one needs some work, but it is otherwise bootable. Oh, nice retro compact. You know, as much as I rag on modern day Toshiba, especially their hard drives, I do like the Toshibas of yesteryear. And I think the people that collect them do as well. Because they go as far as, they almost always, when they're doing the batteries, I don't know about the main battery so much on these, but I know for certain that when they buy the CMOS battery, they usually buy the suspend battery with it. That's not something that happens too often in the compact side. And I can count on one hand how many times I sold a suspend battery for a compact. At least the standalone ones. And I can count on no hands how many times I sold a Contura one, because I never sold any of those. But the listing's always up there in case somebody wants to go drive themselves crazy. What is this? Is that a screw hole? Oh, yes indeed. That's an interesting concept. Oh, great. Yeah, I love to see the clip-on mouse for that. I like to see Toshiba's concept on that. That was one of the things I had... Yeah, everything comes back to compact on this channel, I know. But that was one of the things that most of the people that walked by that looked at was that trackball that I had for my Contura 325C. Was that clip-on trackball, which eventually started falling apart. Does the keyboard ring? Oh, there's a lot of metal on this guy. We need to get... Oh, this is a rabbit hole. Well, thankful I put the HP to the side, because I'm more interested in this one. Yes. Ah. Okay, now will the metals. Oh, we got that wonderful tape. Oh, that's cool. So this is, my guess, this is probably Compact's competition. Now, let's try to get this battery out of here. Which, I don't know why it doesn't want to come out, because that clip looks like it's intact. But we'll... Aftermarket. Alright, now, will it power on now that the battery's out of the loop? I'm kind of interested to see what that floppy drive is. I don't know if we have all the screws quite out for it, which it doesn't look like that we do. Uh-oh. Yeah, my guess is this probably needs a little bit more work, because even... Alright, we're just going to do a little bit of an exploratory mission for now on this one. Right. There's no way that this is going to get... This is an interesting concept. They use so much tape on these. Truly a bizarre concept to me. But Seagate ST9235A. And a nickel metal hydride battery that's... You know what? Let's take that out of the equation as well. The floppy drive is what I'm kind of interested in. It's one of those legend has it questions that I'm trying to answer. But if it doesn't come out easily, then we may not be answering that right off the bat. Oh, wait. There's more metal in the way. Is that it? Indeed. Yeah, the T1900 seems to be a popular restoration machine. From what little bit I read anyways. And it is this, that, and the other thing holding it on. I just want to see what the make and model of this drive is. No spoilers, please. Unless I say so, then you can spoil it. What? There's other metal. Wowza, there's a lot of metal. There's so much metal on this machine. Jack 68K, I don't know if this drive actually worked. I believe that it does. As most of the ST of these Seagates of this variety, I've had very few where it actually didn't have work, so I'm going to say that it probably is working. But we have a much bigger problem with the machine not powering up, so we need to figure that out at some point. Come on. My goodness, there's a lot of metal in this machine. Oh, no. Okay, that kind of answers my question, so I'm going to stop disassembling it here tonight. So it's not a Citizen floppy drive. So that's good. But maybe your good news is going to end as quickly as it began. Yeah, you know what? Let's power it off. Try to power it back on without the hard drive, without the CMOS battery. Let's see where it goes, if anywhere. Nowhere. Okay, so I suspect that there's more work to be done, which, well, again, I was kind of warned about it, but let's see. If we have a hint of what's going on, there might be a reason why this is in the... Well, there was a reason why this is in the free pile, let's be honest. I have a feeling I'm going to have to take the display off to get this metal sheet fully off, but we'll cross that bridge in a second here. Okay, that slides right off, and I'm going to suspect that that one does too. All right. Wow, that's a lot of screws. Back when Toshiba was good, folks. Mega memory. No idea what size. Yeah, we got at least one more screw. And I believe that we're going to have at least one more screw after that, which we certainly appears to be the case. We're not going to do a full restore on it unless I see an obvious problem that I can fix on my own. Oh, that does come out. Okay. Such tiny wires, whatever that sensor is. Oh, there's so much metal on this machine. I've said that probably 10 times on the stream tonight, but golly, that's a lot of metal. And that goes. It's a 486SX. And there goes a screw, but we'll find out later. But yeah, there looks like there are quite a few electrolytical capacitors that need to be replaced. Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted to do, but the damage is done. Ah, shit. All right. I was going to take this board off next. I kind of want to see if there's any significant carnage. And there appears to be another battery. Okay, why are you not coming out? Talk to me here. Oh, the display is literally right there. Okay, that'll make it easier. Let's. Oh my, this power supply looks, or this DC board looks like a chunker. Oh. No. Oh, there's one more screw hanging the screen on. Let's see if we can. That's sweaty. Out. Google. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, props to Toshiba. They got the hinge thing. one thing Compaq absolutely struck out on in this era was the hinges. And Toshiba aced the assignment, so good for you guys. Now, why won't this motherboard come out? I might set it aside if I'm too much of a standstill. Uh-oh. Like I may have inadvertently figured this out. I really want to get underneath there. Yep, okay, we got a half out. Now it's got to get the other half of it out. No pressure. There's a screw under there. That's going to be annoying if there's a screw. Hello, Socket Winch. Hello, Big Bad Bench. That thing was a speaker. And you two have missed the some four-letter words here that YouTube's probably not going to like before later on, but, well, oh well. It is what it is. I might have to sit and research this one offline. Unless, what is that? That might be one. You can't tell me that that PCM CIA slot is part of it, is it? Oh. Not possible. Well, it might be. Oh, yeah, that definitely made it looser. Let's see. Anything else that we need to get? Aha! We got it out. So yes, that little tiny screw was indeed a big thing for this. And, oh yeah, it does have 2 CMOS batteries in it. And I'm guessing the board that I'm looking at now, which the audience will be looking at here in the not too distant future, is going to probably be the board that needs the work with all these darn electrolytical capacitors on them. That is quite a DC board. Well, let's see what this... And, oh yeah, VG2430. Okay, well, at least we learned that lesson. We kind of need the system board for that one, I think, but... Yeah, so maybe my next steps on this one, which we obviously can't solve tonight, but perhaps it might be worth recapping these. Steal some notes from Eric. Eric's Edge there. And regroup. And this big battery here is probably their suspend battery. Now, the next question, which, unfortunately, this is a belted drive, so we have a couple of problems working against us. I don't know exactly what model drive this is, but it does have a belt. I'm almost certain that it's going to have to come from the gentleman over in Germany. with Orange Tariff God in charge, who the hell knows if I can even get them anymore. So, and I hate to bring politics into a stream, but that's just the reality of the situation that we are in. Is tariffs are doing a number on our hobby. That's an indisputable fact. All right, let's get. So that's all I'm going to do for this one for tonight. So let's move on to the next system. But the good news is, the CMOS battery, if this is one of those that don't work without that, I do have them, so. So at least we got that going for us. A lot of screws in this one. It's a plastic cover. I'll do the best I can here. I still want to work on that Prolinia system yet. We'll shove this hard drive back in here for now. All right, thank you for the trivia, Retro Compact. All right, that was probably a dumb idea, but we will. I'm going to try my best to shove this in a corner for now. Get to it probably 8 months from now. Forget everything. You know how it works around here. Last but not least on the docket, in about 2 minutes from now, is going to be another Wisconsin Computer Club sighting. The Compact Prolinia 325S. As soon as I get it on the bench, that is. I gotta move stuff out of the way. Oof, there's rust on it. I see bad signs already. But free. Excuse me. What was I gonna do? Yeah, right. We need the proper Torx bit for this guy. Let's see. Or a small flathead might get those off. Yeah, the Torx will be more of a guarantee here. So, what's it? His name from? So Jamie, from Wisconsin Computer Club. Thank you for this donation. Let's see what's behind. Don't tell me there was only little ones. Guess I could have done this at the show, but cool. Yeah, Retro Compact. We'll see what kind of beauty it is in a second here. Oh, it is a stuck beauty. Okay. Could it be that this cover is held on with stuff from the planet Krypton? There we go. Never had one come off that hard before, but there is a first time for everything, and oh dear. Don't like that, but maybe that's much ado about nothing. And, oh, yes, so, somebody's been in here before. Random plastic bag with screws. I have no idea what the hell the white thing is. I'm almost certain that this is a Connor hard drive just by something you can't see at the moment. Because it has the 3-pin power option for the hard disk. So let's... The motherboard itself doesn't look that bad from the first signs, but I might be unpleasantly surprised here. Could it be that this hard drive is stuck on from the planet Krypton? Wow! Never had him slide off that hard before. Oh, there we go. She is a Connor, boss! And yes, the Varda has been cut off, and ooh. There, I see some immediate problems. Oh, shit. I think I see where the problem is and what might be causing some of our issues. What is it? Oh, it's an 84 meg hard drive. But you see something that is missing. Yeah, I'm going to try my best to show it to you. Things look a little hairy at CR4. There's nothing there. There is a jumper here. So yeah, that might pose to be a problem of what's causing this machine to malfunction. Pretty sure it's a CR4. Yeah, somebody was in here before. Alright, so P9 is a password protection jumper. External battery connector. Okay. Was any jumper for that? Okay. I think we just, oh, yeah, the hard drive isn't even fully connected, so that's not going to help matters. We got problems. Hey, look! 386SX. It's me. Well, I think I see another problem. The cable's not even installed correctly, so let's see if we can get that problem squared away. Might have put it together in frustration, so who knows? I doubt it's going to be that simple, but stranger things have happened in my world, so... Yeah, there we go. Could it be that easy? Me thinks it's not, but me thinks gonna try anyway. Me not notice. Alright, so we need the following. We got power. Oh, the caddy is bent. You poor soul, you are so abused. I feel sorry for you, my friend. And there was a keyboard that I was going to pair with the compact at work, but I didn't take it there yet because I kept forgetting about it or had other things to worry about when it came to the county, that I still had the keyboard here. So let's at least get a keyboard on it, because I have a feeling it's going to be extremely angry if I don't. All right. Whew. I'm exhausted. All right. 1 second while I get camera situation situated. We're not a high-tech operation here, so it's going to take a little bit. Stupid cable. All right, that's good enough for Jazz. Turns on. Drive is dead. Oh, shit, you can't see my screen. Yep, okay, so this is 601 diskette controller error. And I want to see, let me turn this off again. Okay, it does not start off that way. That thing sounds horrible. I had a feeling those floppy drives came with it for a reason. Okay, where did I put the other floppy drive? "30-pin Sims all day there, Retro Compact." Hold on, please. I don't know what I did with that other floppy drive that I got from VCF Midwest, but I think for the diagnostic purposes, we can use a regular old floppy to at least see what kind of problems we have, if there are indeed bigger problems, or if this is just, could be a cable, too. Would not be the first time I had that problem. Now, I'm not going to do any board level tracing tonight if it comes down to that, but well, that could be cable. Let's try a different cable once. Okay, where are my floppy cables? There's a floppy cable. That should do. Yeah, that I do realize that if I leave the PC long enough, it'll probably will post. I'm just trying to see if I can eliminate that error with a few easy troubleshooting steps, which I am not holding my breath for, but you lose 100% of the chances you do not take, so here we are. There we go. No, wait, that would have been 2 and 1. Okay. Set that to the side. I'm sure he did this already, but we'll do it for ourselves. All right. Last gasp. Yeah, thanks, Retro Compact. Darn. So we have a couple different things going on with this machine. It's either got a bad diskette controller, or there's a broken trace somewhere, or that missing component could be our driving problem here. Well, let's see if it eventually completes the post here. Let's see here. It's yes, yes. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'll give it a couple minutes. The Varna battery's been cut out, and there's no external CMOS battery, so it's. And I'm gonna start the timer over here. Oh wait, maybe I won't. Let's take the hard drive out of the equation. All right, now let's do it. Yeah, some of these chips don't look all that great. So we may have a possibility that we may need to reflow some connections. I should have known for who gave it to me that this probably did have a more complicated problem. Ooh, power. Ooh, my boss has a power book. Yeah, this thing is angry. But but I'll show you what I'm seeing here that might be a potential problem while we're restarting the timer here. I got too much junk on the table now, but that's okay. I don't know that I can, but we're going to try and do something here that we may or may not regret. And that might be causing all of our problems with some of this age-old corrosion here. Okay. I think I can see it. I don't know that you can, but... Okay. So, anywho, I'm trying to sort out the camera here. But if you look at this chip here, I know it's kind of hard to tell with the way I have the camera, but there's some corrosion there, some dirt. And these two chips here, uh, they're not shiny. They're dull colored. So that may be part of our problem why this board doesn't do anything. And every chip is like that in that section of the board. So that might be our problem here. But I think that's where I'm going to call the stream in the meantime here. I'm going to see if this thing does post while I'm blah, blah, blahing. Okay, so let me think about what we have. So the SLT, I think, is generally a success, that's the one I cared about the most. VCF overall, great success. Probably going to focus on sales a little bit more next year and a little less on showcasing my old junks. Think about this here. So yeah, so we got, out of the free things that I'm actually surprised, just right out of the box functional, piece of shit is the most functional out of the three. And there's one box that I don't know what happened to it, but it'll eventually turn up. I have a LaserJet 4000 down here that I found a Jet Direct card for a whopping $2.50. So we'll have 3 printers. But yeah. So the things I paid for are in great shape, so that's good. Let's see, what else I was going to say. It's, a lot of little blunders. Definitely taking better notes this year and seeing what other people are doing, especially like a seasoned salesman like Joe over at jcm-1.com. We are home through Blue Scuzzy and other peer evaluated devices. I don't have a banner thing. But yes. Anywho, now I lost my train of thought again. That's okay. So anyway, back to what I've got. So the 5 computers. So yes, the SLT is probably good. The Contour was a smashing success. The DV9000, I believe, can be fixed with a screen. Toshiba's going to need some work. ProLinear is going to need a lot of work. So we're kind of at a push there. We have 2 wins, a push, 2 major projects. Cool. YouTube fodder, am I right? All right. So yes, back to my VCF point. Overall successful. And yeah, this machine is just not doing anything. So I am going to turn it off for now. But Jack68K, to answer your question, I'm sure in hell hope so. It might be a little more niche product stuff like what I had this year. If I have like Windows 7 laptops, which actually my former boss, the oldest machine she has is a PowerBook. It was a top-of-the-line machine. I probably will hang on to that just to sell it down there. So we'll have that kind of stuff again. If I get a collection of keyboards and mice like my mother dropped off from her place of employment, they're just going to go to the free pile. I'm not going to piss around with that stuff. But yeah, there are some enhancements. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, there's ideas. Just some of them didn't come together this year, and I really want to find a floppy solution for the LTE Lite. I have a feeling that would be Mr. Popular in the compact world if I can figure that out. But yeah, I'm going to do a little bit better job advertising sales stuff. But my neighbor there, JCM-1, I'm going to take a lot of what he did to heart and steal his ideas. And hopefully have a little bit more sales stuff. I will say that I did a little too much this year. Having 8 machines and stuff just crammed up, it just didn't work out too well. But it is what it is. I learned, got to know a lot of people, so that part was successful. And what does this keep? Oh, that's for the Toshiba. Well, let's put that with the Toshiba. Yeah, exactly. Just another year to get the word out and get things worked out and kicked out. I like to sell parallel to SD adapter, but there's nobody sells them anymore, so that kind of stinks. But yeah, I'm sure other ideas will come out. Yes, Jack. So yeah, that was part of the successes. The showing off and representing Compact was a big part of my goal, which I think I did. And thankfully, in the end, I only fried one laptop, which was just a fuse thing that I forgot about. The Contour 325C I brought along, if the lid is shut and power is applied, it blows a fuse on the display. So I had to fix that yesterday. So other than that, in the end, 0 blown laptops. Hope to have the CGA to VGA stuff a little better prepared next year. And the LTE 286 that I use to demonstrate that will be less ghetto. So yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. Yeah, right. Yeah, actually, I do have a ton of extra fuses, so that's good. But I'm going to end it here. I'd like to thank everybody that joined me tonight. If you like streams like this, please like it. If you dislike it, please hit dislike twice. That way I'll learn and never do it again. Where can you find the 386 guy? Well, YouTube. Duh. Yeah, pretty much this. Yeah, it's just i80386SX across the board, except for eBay is the 486, because, well, too lazy to change it. If you see an i80386SX on Twitter, that is not me. That is some copycat. I will never be on Twitter, so that's it. And I think I got political enough, so I'm going to end it there. Yeah, Retro Compact, if you're in the States, and if you're on the East Coast, I'm considering going to VCF East. So I don't know what part of the world you're in, but if there's enough people that I know going to those VCFs, I will consider it. But yeah, right at this moment, Midwest and East are probably my two that I'd like to go out to. Midwest is 3.5 hours away from me, so that's convenient and nicer car now, so cool. So thank you for watching. Have a good one. Goodbye.